And your opposition to political dynasties is also related to this system of patronage politics that we have in the Philippines.
Correct.
And the source of funding mostly is also coming from pork barrel or whatever
Yes,
ayuda they're
yes.
able to provide during their term.
Yes, pork barrel is actually legitimizing vote buying, because when you have pork barrel for 3 years before the election, you're distributing it and you're making people vote for you because of your pork barrel. So I guess that's why we're against it. Bayan muna is against it precisely because public funds are being used for electoral campaign. If a politician wants to give people aid, then you do it, but you use your own money. Don't use the whatever, tupad or AX or what do they call
AKAP.
sagip,
ang
AKAP.
dami. Yes, ang dami na nga.
It used to be
Yes.
sip-sip in 2023. Now it's sagip in 2024. They probably thought, oh, sip-sip doesn't sound good. But anyway, that's why we're against it. For bayan muna, ganito ang armas sa bayan muna. Dapat ang pondo diretso sa tao, huwag nang sumabit pa sa bulsa ng mga politiko.
But how will it be distributed? So, in your opinion, all of these programs like you mentioned, AX, AKAP, ano pa ba
Executive.
iba? Right now, a lot of them are being distributed by members of Congress. We had Congressman Marcoleta said na meron siyang mga colleagues sa Congress minsan na pumupunta at nagdi-distribute nitong mga ayuda nga. So in your opinion, who should be distributing these ayuda?
Executive. We filed the case against pork barrel in the Supreme Court in the case of Araulio versus Aquino. And we won the case. The Supreme Court said bawal ang post-enactment. So the moment Congress passes the budget, then you leave it to the executive to implement it. Wala
So
na
yung
talaga
mga
kayong
government
pakialam.
agencies dapat
Yes.
under the executive departments.
Attorney Karen, who knows kung saan pwedeng magtayo ng eskwelahan? Is it the congressman or DepEd? DepEd, syempre. I mean, who knows kung paano mamigay ng scholarship? Is it the senator or CHED? CHED, syempre. Yan ang trabaho ng CHED. So why would... I mean, the criteria of politicians in giving scholarship is not really because of any academic skills. It's just, oh, she's the daughter of my aliado. He's the son of my kapitan, barangay kapitan. And
Yeah.
that's not how scholarship should be
Yeah.
distributed.
And constitutionally, it's really clear in our constitution that Congress should be limited to passing laws.
Correct.
And not dispensing funds.
Actually-
not holding them and executing programs.
Yes, you're right. For me, in my legal opinion as a lawyer, there are 3 functions of Congress. First is legislation. And legislation is drafting laws. Investigation in aid of legislation is part of that. The second is what I call the special constitutional powers, like, canvassing of presidential election, impeachment, declaration of war. The third is oversight. That's the check and balance function of Congress. The oversight simply means we passed a law. Now we're going to oversight the executive. How did you implement the law we passed? And that is investigation as part of our oversight function. I think it's a misnomer for certain public officials who think that investigation is always in aid of legislation. No. There are 2 kinds of investigation. A congressional investigation in aid of legislation because you want to pass a law someday, but there's also an investigation as part of oversight function. You're not going to pass a law. We're just going to oversight you for the law we passed and how you implemented it. If there is, mismanagement, corruption, we're going to, throw the kitchen sink at you.